What truths hath gleaned that sage consumed by many a moon that waxed and waned? What profits drain be his to sing? What hath his old experience gained? There is no God, no man-made God, a bigger, stronger, cooler man, black phantom of our baby fears, ere thought the life of life began. Right quoth the Hindu prince of old, and Ishwara, for one I nill, the almighty everlasting good, who cannot bate the eternal ill. Your gods may be what shows they are, hear China's perfect sage declare, and being, what to us be they, who dwell so darkly and so far? All matter hath a birth and death, 'tis made, unmade, and made anew. We choose to call the Maker God, such is the Zahid's holy view. You changeful, finite creatures strain, rejoins the drawer of the wine, the dizzy depths of infinite power, to fathom with your foot of twine. Poor idols of man's heart and head, with the divine idea to blend, to preach as nature's common course, what any hour may shift or end. How shall the shown pretend to ken aught of the showman, or the show? Why meanly bargain to believe, which only means thou ne'er canst know? How many the passing now contain, the standing now eternity, and endless is without a was, the be and never the to be. Who made your maker, if self-made? Why fare so far to fare the worse? Sufficeth not a world of words, a self-made chain of universe. Grant an idea, primal cause, the cursing cause. Why crave for more? Why strive its depth and breadth to meet, to trace its work, its aid to implore? Unknown, incomprehensible, what error you choose to call it, call, but leave it vague as airy space, dark in its darkness mystical. Your childish fears would seek a sire by the non-human God defined, but your 5 wits may wot ye weet, what is you please to dub designed. You bring down heaven to vulgar earth, your maker like yourselves you make. You quake to own a reign of law, you pray the law its laws to break. You pray, but hath your thought error weighed? How empty vain the prayer must be, that begs a boon already given, or craves a change of law to see. Say man deep learned in the scheme that orders mysteries sublime. How came it this was Jesus, that was Judas from the birth of time? How I the tiger, thou the lamb, again the secret prithee show. Who slew the slain, bowman or bolt, or fate that drave the man the bow? Man worships self, his God is man, the struggling of the mortal mind, to form its model as 'twould be, the perfect of itself defined. The God became sage, priest and scribe, where Nihilus, its serpent, made the veil, a gloomy Brahm in glowing Ind, a neutral something cold and pale, amid the high Chaldean hills, a molder of the heavenly spheres, on Guber steps the timeless God, who governs by his dual peers, In Hebrew tents, the Lord that led his leprous slaves to fight and jar, Yahweh, Adon, or Elohim, the God that smites the man of war. The lovely gods of libertine Greece, those fair and frail humanities, those homes o'erlooked the middle sea, where all earth's beauty cradled lies, ere left its blessed bounds nor sought the barbarous climes of barbarous entities considered to be gods, or Odin of the dreary north, o'er hog and sickly mead-cup nods. And when at length great Pan is dead, uprose the loud and dolorous cry. A glamour withered on the ground, a splendor faded in the sky. Yea, Pan was dead. The Nazarene came and seized his seat beneath the sun, the votary of the riddle god, whose one is three and three is one, whose saddening creed of herited sin spilt o'er the world its cold gray spell. In every vista showed a grave, and 'neath the grave the glare of hell, till all life's poesy sinks to prose, romance to dull reality fades, earth's flush of gladness pales in gloom, and God again to man degrades. Then the lank Arab foul with sweat, the drainer of the camel's dung, gorged with his leek green lizard's meat, clad in his filthy rag and rug, bore his fierce Allah o'er his sands, and broke like lava burst upon the realms where reigned pre-Adamite kings, where rose the grand Kayanian throne, who now of ancient Kaomers, of Sal or Rustum cares to sing, won by the tempest of the tribes, that called the camel driver king. Where are the crown of Khusrau, the scepter of Anushirwan, the holy grail of high Jamshid? Afrasiab's hall, canst tell me, man? Gone, gone, where I and thou must go, borne by the winnowing wings of death, the horror brooding over Fife, and nearer brought with every breath. Their fame hath filled the seven climes. They rose and reigned, they fought and fell, as swells and swoons across the wold the tinkling of the camel's bell. And one thing that people are going to say is, well, a Muslim would never say some of these things. They'd use more careful language when talking about, you know, God and all that stuff. But we really see sort of a comparison of creeds there, don't we? And perhaps, you know, not taking that sort of stuff about Jesus and all that other stuff literally. Well, not all that other stuff, but you know what I mean. Saying to make a point rather than being the point.